Hello everyone, I think we're live. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching the replay, just fast forward to something's happening unless you want to listen to me chatting with people in the chat. So please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. And thanks for those of you coming in. Hi Angela, hi Marguerite. Snowing since 3 a.m., 8 inches. Wow, that's more than what we have. Hi Lexi. Good to see you guys. Oh, I got to turn off the volume. I thought I did everything. There's always something I forget. There we go. So that should be good. So today I'm going to be showing my new stencil designs. I'm very excited that PM Artist Studios agreed to take me on as one of their designers. It's been a lot of fun. Mariah has been very, very helpful. If you caught their New Year's Eve streamathon, Patricia did some awesome jelly printing with 2 of these stencils. I'm going to try to show like this other one as well and just do some different things to show you what we can do. Hi, Stella. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, so it's warmed up here. It's minus 19 Celsius. It was a lot colder than that last week, so I'm very happy. Very happy that's warmed up a little bit. And just going to go to all messages. All right. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Lynette. Work and lurk away. That's awesome, Lynette. Hi, Dar. Good to see you. You can hear me well. Excellent. I had to like really raise up my phone because I just want to kind of have an overview here. I'll probably bring it down a bit closer once we get started. Excellent. I'm just getting a little sip of water because you know when you haven't talked for a while, like I've been alone, so I haven't really been talking. Only talked in my brain apparently. Hi, Flo. So these are the stencil designs. I got all 8x10, but you can get 5x7s or 9x12s, and they come individually. They're not a set. So the first one is this City Bridges Style 1. That's this one here. Let me grab a black sheet of paper. Hey, Janet. I thought you were going out in the world today. So this is Style 1, I believe. Yeah, so that's Style 1. If you want to order any of the stencils, you go to PM Artist Studios website, and as a designer, I'm using my actual name, Yolande Alexander. It does say here Devon Rex 4 for YouTube, and they make their stencils on 74-pound Yupo, which is like a plastic sheet. And this is their website here. It's PM Artist Studio, and they stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And there's their website. Hi, Barbara. And if you want, you can use my coupon code DevonFan10, and it gets you 10% off. I think orders 35 and over, not including shipping, I believe. But they also have, you can join their group. You can join Mucky Muck, and then you get 15%, or you can join Loverly and you get 20%. So lots of options there. You don't have to join anything. You do have to sign up, like enter your information, but it's free to check that out. And their YouTube videos are very fun. Thanks, Dar. Dar put the link in. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Barbara Clark. Nice to see you all. So I was just showing, so I chose 8x10 as my samples because I find it's a fun size to work in on the 8x10 jelly plate. Now you don't have to have a jelly plate to use stencils, obviously, but I'm going to be playing with them on the jelly plate. So this is Style 1, City Bridges Style 1. And this is Style 2, is this one. And this was actually what inspired the whole series for me was I was driving, I live near Edmonton. I was driving in Edmonton, and there's it's called the Walterdale Bridge, and when you drive through it, it does, like Dee Dee mentioned, it looks like a UFO, and that's what I get too. Like you feel like you're driving into this UFO. So that was the genesis of me designing stencils, was this scene here. So that's style 2. And style 3 is City Bridges 3. And that's this one here. This is also modeled after my hometown of Edmonton. We have these greenhouses that look like pyramids. There's actually 3 of them. We have a nice downtown. This is that same bridge, the Walterdale Bridge over the river. And there's a power plant. It's kind of in a different area, but I mean, it's not an exact replica of our city. It's just impressions of. Thanks, Dar. Hi, Anina. So yeah, so let's play. They kind of got stuck in customs. Usually they ship in the US, this ships very quickly. Even in Canada, usually it ships quickly, but for some reason, we had a problem with the customs this time, and they actually sent them back, and I had to resend them, but they're here, so let's play. All right, so first, let's play with this one first, since when Patricia did some jelly printing with my stencils, she didn't play with this one. So let's start with that one and see where we end up. I've got a few different ideas, but nothing set in stone. Let me grab up my 8x10 jelly plate. And I'm actually going to take, this is just a sheet, like a poster board I use for pictures sometimes. I'm just going to take that out because I don't want to get it dirty. We'll put the space away. Put the space back in the corner. All right, I'm going to just have this newsprint drop sheet here with some glue on it. So Janet, I've been working on my scavenger hunt journal, and it's been lots of fun. So I will show that when it's a little bit closer to being completed. I do want to talk about this gel print January, because initially I was going to do a live. This was week 1, week 2. I was going to do week 3 as a live, but what I think I'll do is I'll do that as a video, and I'll release it this weekend. I just want to show you, after the last live, I did go back. These were just silhouettes, and I went back and I added the ghost prints of the keys and of the feathers. So I just want to show you guys that. But look for a video this weekend on the continuing this gel print January challenge. So I'm hoping to release that this weekend. All right. Thanks, Shelly. So Barbara says they have a bridge that looks like that in Austin, Texas. Cool. All right, so we're going to use this guy. And put this black paper away. So I wrote down I sort of brainstormed a few ideas. I think the first thing we're going to do with this one is I'm going to put down some black. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, exactly. Remember the mountain? Or remember when he had the mashed potatoes and he was like filling up the mashed potatoes on his plate? I love that movie. I haven't seen it forever. It's probably really cheesy. I wouldn't like it now. But I thought it'd be cool to pick up the impression of this on this calendar page, which is like a fractal calendar page. So what we see here is going to get blocked out with black, and then we'll be left with the bridge in these cool colors. So I thought that might be a neat way to lift up the paint. So let's do that. Let's just go for it. I don't think it's going to transfer. I'm not trying to do a transfer. I'm just trying to add the paint to that calendar page. So you wouldn't need a jelly plate to do this. You could just pounce right on top of that calendar page, but I want to get black under my stencil. So this is a way to do it. Now, when you first get a stencil, a U-Post stencil from PM Studios, the paint won't always stay under it. So we'll see what happens. Move that there. Okay. Okay. Put this over here, yada, yada, yada. I can come in a little bit closer if you guys want. And then I've just got my brayer off sheet to the side here. So I've got this drop sheet that I've separated, and I'm just kind of filling it up with paint. All right, so let's use this guy here. Just get that paint on. We'll put the stencil on, and then we'll pick up the black paint. Now you want a fair amount of paint. If you want it to remain under the stencil, you don't want a thin layer. You want fairly thick so that it actually will have enough to be left over. So this fits pretty squarely onto the 8x10 plate. So we're going to take this puppy and we're going to just kind of smoosh it on there. And this is a calendar, it's an old 2022. I think I bought it, actually I think I bought it when I was traveling in the States, and I went to Barnes & Noble for their calendar sale, and I think I only found like 2 calendars I wanted. Hi, Dana. All right, Janet, have fun. Have fun out there in the big wide world. Be careful, be safe. So there's lots of little openings right in this middle section here. I want to try to really get those because, as you know, calendar page is a little bit thicker. Trying to get all the openings. Let's get right in here. I think we've almost got it all. Hi, Mariah. You're on the computer. Cool. All right. Let's get all those little openings. All right, so that's kind of cool. I think if we were to cut it out or paint black around it, that would be a little bit more effective, but I think that's kind of a cool start. It's a neat way to get the paint up. Now I'm going to, I think I want to get a little bit more of that paint up, so I'm just going to use some tracing paper. See if we can just get the rest of it. Hi, Rebe. So I'm playing with stencils that I designed that PM Artist Studio are offering for sale on their lovely website. I'm very thankful, Mariah, for you guys taking me on as a designer. It's been a learning process for sure. And these are the first 3 of my designs, and hopefully I do have other designs that we have planned to release. Hopefully y'all will like those. They won't all be bridges. There's going to be different things coming. So now I think I'm just going to lift that up. I'm going to let it dry, and then we'll pick it up. So do I have a piece of paper that I can roll that onto? Hi, Kaber. How are you? I'm just trying to get some copy paper. So I thought I would start with the design that Patricia didn't end up playing with on their New Year's Eve streamathon. And I'm just using that to just kind of clean up. That's kind of cool. It's very dendritic. Look at that. So when you're playing with stencils, you got the negative space, you got the positive space, all sorts of spaces. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll pull it, and then I have an idea to what we're going to do to alter that print. Hey, Missy. This is your first time on the live one. Well, welcome. I think I see you at Dee Dee's often, don't I? I think I see you there. Okay, I'm gonna put that aside. Now let's grab, we're gonna let this dry as well. Let's grab out this other stencil. Let's try City Bridges number 3, which is this one. And I have another 8x10. Now that 8x10 jelly plate you saw me using, the nice clear one, not like this yellow one, that was actually enabled by a gift from someone that I really appreciate. They sent me a little bit of an Amazon gift card, and that was really much appreciated. All right, so this one, let's start with, let's do white. I'm just going to make sure my brayer is dry. Yes, so Missy is at Dee Dee's quite often. Oh, all the time. She's at all the time. Hi, Elizabeth. It's a blizzard in Salt Lake City. Wow. Hi, Christine. I hope I haven't missed anyone. I think I've said hello to everyone. If I have not said hello to you, please feel free to put your hand up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Put your hand up. All right. So on this one, I think we're going to use the negative space again when we do our pickup to try to make something interesting. And again, I'm putting quite a bit of paint on here because I want paint left underneath. So let's put this down. Actually, let's put it this way. Just because in my mind, when I pick it up, I want it to be facing the other direction. So I have this rainbow tissue that I thought this could look cool. It's not wet striped tissue or anything, so that's why I'm using it on the clean, non-sticky stencil after the fiasco that happened last week when I tried using regular tissue on a wet stencil surface. It was not a pretty sight. Those of you that were here, if you know, you know. Hi, Apple. So I have so much paint down there that it is going to be a lot left over. But anyhow, so there's our negative space on some rainbow tissue. So that's kind of cool. And we still have some negative space left. So let's pop it on. Will it look good on that? No, I don't think it's going to look good on that. Let's just use that tracing paper. Yes, I like high contrast. Snow in North Seattle. Yeah, I guess we're all having a bit of that weather stuff, hey? So I thought it might be neat to kind of do like a mini long haul with this one. If you're familiar with PMR Studios, you know long haul is when you actually usually put the stencil down first and then you just start adding layers and taking off layers of paint. We did that a few weeks ago, but this is more of a modified long haul because I started with paint on the plate and I want that white silhouette to show. So we'll see. Hello, Sharon Marlowe and Mrs. Cat Crafting. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you before, Mrs. Cat, so welcome, welcome. All right, so let's do a little tiny long haul, a short haul. We're gonna use some, this time we're gonna use some Carnival wet strength tissue. so we don't have that fiasco. Mariah was very nice. Eddie sent me some cardboard tissue, and Mariah also just recently sent me some cardboard tissue. So the cardboard tissue is a wet strength tissue, and it's kind of cool because it doesn't really rip. There's Eddie, speak of the devil, and here he comes. So Mariah's put the link in for the bridge stencils on their website. So I'm going to use some black, carbon black fluid. And I just got a bunch of black paint on my hand. Here's my reach. I'm just going to move this over here. I've got so much I want to do in so little time. I don't want to be wasting time wiping my hands. All right. So we're going to spread this black, and then we're going to pick it up with the carnival tissue. And then the idea with the long haul is that it pushes some of the paint into the corners, and you get like a buildup of different colors. And I've used it with like regular paints, but Patricia explained that with the fluid acrylics, because it's a bit thinner, it gets more into the small spaces. So Miss Cat says she's best known as Kathy's World. Okay. So she's going to do only crafting. Okay. So you want this stencil to stay down. So if I can feel it kind of pulling at the stencil. And with the long hauls or mini hauls, you want to do these quickly. Wow, that's really, wow, it's really stuck. Wow, it's almost sticking. Good thing that was a Carnival wet strength. So there's the first pull. And when Patricia used this stencil, she actually alternated like the direction. So let's do that. I mean, this looks great as is, but let's kind of use the geometry of it. All right, let's use some quinacridone. Oh, RV is going on hubby's channel. Oh, I think I've met you before then. The RV thing sounds very familiar, but it's been a while. I don't think I've seen you around in a while. All right, so I don't know if I have enough on there. And you'll see like eventually even more stuff will come off the stencil. So let's put this on upside down and see what we get. Lexi says, do you ever do laser transfers through stencils? I think these would be good for that since they have nice large holes. I don't think I have done that. I think I've maybe thought about it, but I've never done it. And you don't have to use the same piece of tissue to do your layers. I just thought it might be interesting. Let's use some quinacridone magenta. And I think I'm going to put it the same way, but maybe offset it. We're going to have a very messy print. Feels like my brayer is getting stuck. I put the heater on in my room before I came on because it's cold. So I'm going to do that the same direczione, but maybe a little bit offset. We'll see what that looks like. Oh, okay, Kathy. I hope you're feeling better now. Glad you're back to crafting. So this one, we're just getting a bunch of different shapes on there. It'll be more abstract. Shall we do some purple? Or Yeah, let's do purple. You can see it's starting to pull off. I'm going to put a bit more this time. I don't think this is very gloopy. Maybe I'm not shaking it well enough. And I'm going to use, should I use the same one? Let's use the same one and offset it the other way. So it's hard to know, like when you first get a stencil, you don't really know how it's going to work for you. Oh, it's already coming off until you use it, right? So instead of going that way, we're going to go this way a smidge just to see. So instead of, I'm not going to go on and on doing this like long haul. I just wanted to get some paint on there. All right. So there we have a very abstract, let me get a piece of white paper. So even though it's like a city, you can use it to make abstract shapes. It doesn't have to look like a city when you're done with it, you know, depending on how you layer things and combine things. And I could have even used this to do a pickup. That might have been cool, right? To use this one again. You could do that. Let's do one more and we'll offset it and see what that looks like. And let's use yellow. No, yeah, sure. Let's use yellow. And this is instead of a fluid, this one is a high flow. We could do a combo. Ooh. Let's do pink and yellow. Got to shake that though. I'll shake this one a bit more too. I didn't hear that ball. Okay. And I'm not going for an ombre. I'm just going to go for like a haphazard kind of print. And some yellow, some jaune. Tone down that pink. Let's use this little one. And this time we're going to pick it up on that white one. But you know, because we had lots of layers on here, we might find that some of these stencil bits come off. And that is a-okay. All right, so let's use this one. So I don't really know what else I'd use that for. So let's just offset it just a smidge. We'll see. So Christine just got very scientific on us. Oh, she Googled it. Quinacridone pigments comprise 2 pairs of oxygen and nitrogen atoms grouped in sets of 5 rings of carbon linked together. There you go. Ooh, I like what it did there in that purpley area. So that's interesting how the pink and purple really, it must have still been wet there. So that's this one. I think this might look cool with black laid on top of it, but I don't think we're going to do that. So I'm going to let this dry because I have an idea that I want to do once it's dry because we're doing a modified long haul. So let's bring this one back. Like so. And let's pick this up onto just a regular piece of paper. Okay, so, and I don't think I'm going to do an ombre. I think I'll just do a will I. Let's do a blue because I know Dara likes blue a lot. Hi, Jilly. Let's do these two blues, manganese blue hue and aqua green together. We'll just kind of model them up, I think. Let me just wipe this. Oh, it's pretty dry. Hey, Tutu. Aloha. Did you sneak in here? I didn't see you sneak in here. So this is going to go for sort of like a galaxy look. I think that might be kind of cool. Smush up some blues together. And my arms here. I wish there was. There you go. All right, let's pick that up. Hi, Janet Bishy Bomb Bomb. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks everybody for coming. I really look forward to my Wednesday live streams with you all. Okay, let's roll this over. Ooh, that's pretty. I like those colors. I like my clean jelly plate. You actually see the proper color behind there. I'm just going to wipe off this sprayer a little bit. Yes, Jilly, I think I didn't respond yet, but I think I saw a notification that you said we both like our blues. Put your hand up if blue is your favorite color. Blue is my favorite color. So put your hand up in chat. Let us know your favorite color. Now, I have an idea for this print. I hope it won't wreck it. It's pretty cool the way it is. Let's try to, where is that stencil? So my idea is after I pull this, I thought I'd add like a black layer like that. I think that might look neat. I think we'll do it. We'll do it. We're going to let that dry though. All right, so let's let that dry and then we're going to do like an extra print on it. So put that over there. Bring this one over. Now, is this all dry? So my idea is I'm going to add just a few hints of some pan pastel here and there. So is it dry enough? I don't know. Still a little sticky. Let's see. Alien vibes. Yes, yes. Hi, Jacqueline. Blue's okay. Would be better if it was yellow. All right, so our blues are, okay, here's the Blue Jam crew. The Blue Jam crew is Jilly. Who else? Dar. Anina, Sharon. Kathy Berg gave blue a thumbs up. Tutu. Christine says she doesn't like blue. Interesting. And then Apple like cyan, like the greeny blues. Riri does a blue heart. Marguerite says blue. Lexi says blue's okay. I already read that one. Hi, Linda. Okay, so let's grab out our pan pastels. So remember, we have hopefully other colors in there with some white. We'll see if the white stays on the plate. But I thought we could use some pan pastels just in a few little areas for interest. All right, let's get my tool. And I mentioned before, if you don't have pan pastels, you can certainly use makeup from the drugstore or the dollar store. But let's do this bridge. Let's do yellow. So I'm not going to put pan pastel everywhere, but I'm going to put it in a few key places, and then we'll see how it looks when we pick it up. And I'm just going to wipe this off. Now remember, this plate is very yellow, so it's hard to tell the colors, right? I think we need some blues in the water. And we're going to do a mixture of blues here. And remember, with the jelly plate, whatever you put down first, that's really what's going to show. Some ultramarine type of blue. Now the water in Edmonton, the river, I don't know if it's really blue. What would you say, Linda? It's more of a green. But we're going to pretend that it's all blue and roses. A little bit more of this blue. Maybe here's another type of blue. So we're going to fill the water all in. And I apologize if I have not said hello to you. Should we add a little bit of blue there? And I haven't decided what color I'm going to pick this up with. I'm going to wait till we reveal what happened with the background, and then we'll decide. We'll see if there's still white showing. If not, I might pick it up with white. If there isn't, then maybe we'll use like an iridescent color to pick it up. I'm feeling some greens. I'm feeling pinks in these little circles, like really bright pink. And then I'm feeling green. And maybe I should I put blue there? I think I should actually, before I move on. I'm going to put a bit of blue here, because really that would be, the water would be underneath it. So we'll just add like a hint of blue. All right, and some green. I don't think we want lime green. What is this green? I don't know. Just do, oops, yeah, green there. So I'm not looking at chat right at the moment. And then some bright green. This is going to be a multicolored extravaganza. Some green here. And I guess this was more of an orange than a yellow. I said yellow, but really it's orange. So for those of you coming in, I'm just using some stencils that I designed that PM Artist Studio are offering to cut and make in their lovely shop. Okay, so I'm going to leave, I'm not going to put blue in the sky. We're going to let the pickup take care of that. Ooh, I like it. There we go. That's kind of neat. Definitely going to have to wash this stencil though. Janet would be very happy to hear that. I got to put it somewhere safe. So the pan pastel is a dry medium, but that white paint has been sitting under the stencil for a while. So it's still a little bit wet. So we need to put that aside. Let me just move my pan pastels. La, la, la. Okay, so we'll put this aside. And I'm trying to keep somewhat organized so I don't get anything wet that shouldn't be wet. And remember, if you don't have pan pastels, use makeup. Use makeup. It's all good. All right, so we're going to pull this print. Bye, Eddie. Oh, I'm sorry your internet's giving you trouble. All right, so here's our base alien print. And then we're going to put black on here and we're going to stamp it onto there upside down. All right, so we need some black. Getting some wet strength carnival tissue ready here. Put this away. Hi, Ricky. And again, we want the black to stay. We want enough black under the stencil so that we have like our image, our positive image. So I'm using quite a lot of paint. Or should we put that on? Here, let's put that on the calendar page. Let's put it on here. Maybe there's a UFO visiting us in the dead of winter. Let's see what that looks like. Go right in those little creases. Get your little fingers in there. All right. So we have a nice sunny day here. It's not that cold. It's minus 19 Celsius, which really feels warm compared to last week. Thanks, Flo. Thanks for the reminder. So here we have that. So that's something. That's something. I don't know if it's something we want, but it's something. And we want to get as much of this paint out of here as possible because we're going to plop it onto that one. And again, we don't want to take too much time. We want that paint under the stencil to still be wet. But we want a nice impression. Some little tiny little holes that you gotta really work at there. And we could definitely use that to layer something else on. Okay, so I'm gonna get, before I take the stencil off, I'm gonna get this ready. I'm gonna stand up so I can line it up well. I don't have this guy on a block, but it is still on the Mylar, so I'm hoping I can kind of, it's not very stable. I'm just going to try to do my best. Ooh, do that. It's a little tricky because that paper is, I tried to line up there. I kind of missed a little bit, but I think we get the idea. I wish I would have been over that way. If I would have had this on acrylic block, it would have been much easier. All right, so we're going to let our alien sit aside. Hi, Charmaine. I thought I saw you here earlier. Maybe not. Excuse me. All right, is this dry? I think the white is pretty dry. Is it dry? So I'm thinking we use something iridescent to pick this up. But what? Remember, the pan pastels are fairly opaque, so we don't have to worry too much about mixing, right? Now, do we want a blue sky, or do we want like an orange sky or a pink sky? I'm not sure. Did I say hi to you, Sophia? Yeah, I did not. Hello, Sophia. Sophia rhymes with Maria. Or Fiery Red. That might look cool peeking through here. But remember, we do have different layers, so I don't want anything too dark. Maybe we'll just do our Dreamy Yellow. It's one of my favorite Arteza iridescent colors. I think that might be cool. Or do we do Playful Pink? Then we want a bit more color up there. All right, I'm going to get my paper ready. And hopefully I have enough in here to put down on this plate. Is it weird to have a yellow sky? I guess I'm thinking it's like a sunset or a sunrise. Let's just go for it. Ooh, I definitely have enough. I might have put too much. Hello, Layfoy. Oh, I think you were here before, weren't you? Some pink might have looked nice in there, but I think this will be a-okay. All right. Get those corners down. Give it a good rub. Ensure contact everywhere. What paint is the yellow? The yellow is the Arteza Iridescent Dreamy Yellow. And I actually want a set in, this looks more yellow because of my plate. So it came as a set that I won in a giveaway. So 10 colors, and it's got 10 iridescent colors. They're not really like a color shift. They're more of an iridescent color. All right, let's let that puppy dry. Let's pull out this one. Let's see if our alien's ready. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, so there's that one. So that's fun. So just because you see one shape in a stencil doesn't mean you have to be limited to that picture, right? Like we did this one. We showed that you can make abstract marks from a stencil. Here you can combine things. You can combine different stencils together, which I think we're going to do on the next one. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Thanks, Sharon. Kathy Arbor. Hi, Kathy Arbor. She sees a dragonfly. Cool. And Charmaine sees a helmet. See, everybody has their own vision, their own interpretation. And I always enjoy hearing what other people see, because that's kind of cool. Like to, you know what you see, but what do other people see? Hello, Katura. If I have not said hello to you and you're in chat, please put your hand up. All right, let's put that over here. And let's get our third stencil out. So we've used stencil style 3, we've used stencil style 2, and let's use stencil style 1 now. Okay. And those are available at PM Artist Studio, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Now, P had done some interesting things. If you check their new PM Artist Studio's New Year's Eve stream, she did a lot of really cool things with this stencil. one of the things she did was she put a background of stars. Becky, I can't say her last name, has a cool wonky star stencil, but it wasn't out when I made my order. So hello, Dee Dee. So I'm going to put this under, I'm going to put this as our base. Do I want to, okay, I don't really know. So Dee Dee, you're in time. So we've already done quite a few prints already. I'm going to show all the prints again at the end. So I'm thinking blue, like a darker blue, like maybe Prussian blue. And then I'm thinking we can pick it up on, should we pick it up on that? Sure, why not? Why not? So this is a PM Artist Studio design. I lost my sheet of paper for this one. I don't know where it went. I had it and then I didn't. But it's one of their designs and it's on their website. So this one I'm just kind of, I want a little bit of a thinner layer. Hello, Lady Brannon. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. All right, so we're going to put this on. And again, this isn't my design. This is a PM Artist Studio original. Thanks, Sherry. Good to see you. So Sherry, remember I told you that Kathy Berg was looking for you? I remembered wrong. It was Paint Girly that was looking for you, and she said she found you. It's so funny. Last night I'm like, oh, it just came to me, even though it was like 2 weeks ago. I think I told you that. I was like, oh, it was Paint Girly that was looking for Sherry. Oh man, hey. So that pretty much obliterated the thing we had under there, but that's okay. That's something you could just keep adding layers to. Now I kind of missed a spot there. Doesn't really matter, but let's pick that up. And let's put it on something. I don't have something ready. Let's just put it on this piece of paper here. See if we can get anything off. I'm just gonna roller. Just gonna roller that. Yes, this one looks like eyes. I agree. So I did not design the stencil. I'm not saying I designed the stencil, but I really like it. And sometimes when they release a stencil, they put it in exclusive area that it doesn't come into purchase for regular folk until later. So I had to wait. To get that stencil, but I think it was worth the wait. There's a little gloppy here. Now I want to let this dry. And then we're going to pull it, and then we're going to put an image of this stencil over top. I think that's going to look cool. So let's see if this is ready. So this was our City Bridge, I don't know, was it 2 or 3? That we added some pan pastels to, and we used white as our base under the stencil. And I like it. I think it's pretty funky. I'll just bring it up for you guys to see it. So you can see doing the long haul, you get a lot of interesting extra colors in there. So like here, there's no pan pastel there, but it still has interesting colors in it, right? So, and then we have the yellow that we use for the pickup. It's showing through where the white was maybe a little bit dendritic. So I think that's kind of cool. Thanks, Linda. All right. We'll put that in our pile of to show later, to show in our finished sets. Now, I'm not going to do a pickup print, a ghost print of this. I'm just going to clean that off with some baby oil. But first, actually, this is dry. So let's go ahead. And perhaps we should do an ombre. Let's do a quinacridone nickel azo gold to magenta ombre. I think that would be cool. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to pick it up on this paper. And then we're going to add that other bridge to it. Thanks, Mariah. Thanks, guys. And how are we doing for time? We're doing pretty good. We have about half an hour left. Not that, you know, anyone's timing me. It's just more of a personal thing. I try to stream between 1.5 to 2 hours long. And I'm going to pull this one out for this. So we'll do, yeah, let's just go for it. We'll do the quin azo down here and the magenta at the bottom. And I'll just adjust my roll-off paper because that one's getting pretty full. And of course I have paints everywhere. Just a second. Let me just grab this other one. Nope. Grab. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. Sorry for the noise. Hey, Colleen. Good to see you. You came in during a noisy part. All right. So those coming in, this is not my design. This is a PMR Studio design. I'm just a big fan of it. I just got it, so I want to play with it. All right, we'll put that down. Give that a smush around. So that's going to look like that. And then we're going to put this on top, like this shape on top. But with what color? Let's think about that. We will think about that. Way to swallow your vitamins, Colleen. Proud of you. You go, girl. Now, while we're waiting, let's see. What can we do? Let's just clean this because I think that's going to be ready pretty quick. I just need to find my baby oil. So my husband had broken his fibula. I don't know how long ago now, 6 weeks? It's been a while. So we took him to the orthopedic surgeon. Can't find my baby wipes. And did him this morning, and thankfully he doesn't have to wear his splint cast thing anymore. Oh, I was so relieved. I don't mind like helping him with the socks, and that's not a problem. And I don't mind driving him. Time-wise, it doesn't bother me that much, but honestly, I don't like let's not call him a backseat driver, but he has lots of advice when I'm driving, and it's, I won't say it's tiresome, but it's tiresome. It's tiresome. I hope he's not watching this. I love you. If you're watching this, I love you. But I'm glad he's doing better. He can walk. I mean, he's not walking perfectly, but okay. All right. So that's pretty clean. There's still a few little lines on there. I don't think they're going to show up though. So let's think what color. I'm thinking black because I want contrast. But you know, white could look cool. Remember, this looks more yellow than, no, this one's clear. It's actually ready. Look at that. All right, let's pull that off. And then we'll be able to decide. Ooh, that's weird. There's, oh, you know what it was? There's a little crusty paint spot there, so the paint didn't adhere. Okay, so that's going to be the base for that bridge. And the blue's very dark now. What if instead of black, we do purple? I'm feeling purple, like a dark purple. So let's use this one because this one's actually, even though it's yellow, it's actually on the acrylic backing, so it's a lot easier to do the placement. And I have to sneeze. I don't have a mute button, so you might want to, well, I think I got baby oil on there. You might want to just cover your ears. Oh, wait, it went away. I don't have to sneeze anymore. Okay, so we're going to put dioxazine purple. As you may have noticed, I tend to like bright colors. Sometimes I like doing more muted things, but in general, I seem to gravitate towards brightness. That's just, I guess, just what makes me happy. All right, so we're going to do purple, and we need to pick it up on something. Do we have something we can pick it up with that would look cool? Ooh, what about on this? We could do the positive space on that. That might look neat. Let's do that. So once again, I want a fair amount of paint on here because I want there to be paint left underneath my stencil. Not like a crazy amount of paint, but a good amount. Especially since I haven't used the stencil yet, have I? So, okay, let's do that. So we're going to put that down like so. We're going to use this puppy. You know what? That's not high contrast enough. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's use something brighter. Sorry. How about this one? Ooh, this is really bright. We'll use that. And remember, I'm not trying to get a transfer or anything. I'm just picking up paint. So Margaret says she doesn't like being a passenger. Yeah, I like being a passenger when he's driving. I prefer it to trying to drive, especially in the snow and there's like rush hour and there's icy spots and ugh. Hi Debbie. Good day. Hi Kristen. Silver or gold would be great. I thought that too. I wasn't sure. I'd like the gold. That would, with the, yeah, we could, if we have time, we could do another one, or I could do one after. Okay, let's see. Getting all those little creases. So this is the negative that we're pulling up. So that's something. It's, you know, we could add to it. It's, I don't know if it's my favorite, but let that dry. I'm gonna get a little bit more up here. Let's just go ahead and use this. Hi, Michelle. Good to see ya. Okay, we want all those little. So that's pretty good. Now I'm going to get this ready. And I want the orange at the top. I'll lift that up. So I don't know if we have enough contrast there. I might end up, we could overlay it with gold, Mariah. That would be a good idea. Maybe we'll do that. Let's let that dry, and then maybe we'll do a second stamp. It's kind of like stamping. Okay. Let's use this to clean it up. And I think Patricia had done some kind of reversals with this one too, where you put a stencil on one way and then you do it again the opposite way. So that's just kind of a lazy way to clean off your stencil. All right, how are we doing? That stencil. So I think we're going to want to do that one again. We're going to want to do some gold, I think. So I think we are. Maybe we won't. We'll see how it looks. But let's get ready. Let's prepare. Let's prepare for that. Let's try this iridescent bronze. Okay. Oop, I just looped in there. So I need that stencil back, don't I? All right, I'm going to do that again. And because these stencils, well, two of them are quite symmetrical. And there's a hair, of course. What did you guys tell me I should get? Was it biotin? So I'm hoping there's going to be enough paint left under this stencil. Let's try it this way. And these are 8x10 stencils. They're available in 5x7, 8x10, and 9x12. So Shelly says she needs a sedative to drive with hubby. Do you mean like for him to drive, or do you mean for you to drive when he's in the car? Which time do you need a sedative? It's funny because we were talking to the surgeon. He didn't have surgery, but it's a surgeon that assessed him. And I said, it's like, yeah, you don't have to wear your cast and your splint anymore. And I said, so does that mean he can drive? I was like so excited. Oh, you can drive, yay. Yeah, so that's not high contrast enough for me. So I think Mariah was totally right on that we should add gold. Now, I'm not convinced I'm going to have enough gold left on here. No, I don't. I just have the lines, but we could try that. What if we try the lines? This is hard because I got to get a plate for this one. Let's just try the lines and see how we like it. Maybe we'll like it better. I don't know if they're wet enough, if they'll transfer. So we ended up just with the gold outlines, which I'm not mad at if they transfer. I hope I didn't. I tend to kind of scooch this way, and my camera arm isn't super long. All right, how are we doing? 138. We're doing okay. Let's do a review of our prints while we're waiting for that. How about that? Let's just do a little reviewsies. So that one is just kind of like picking up stuff in progress. This is something in progress. I'm gonna go back here. Ooh. And I'll show you. These are some of the negative pickups we did, and then I'll show you the positive pickups. I think that's pretty much all. So then here's, I need white paper, don't I? All right, so here's one we did layering a lot of the negative prints. With one of the bridge stencils. This is the one where we used rainbow tissue paper to pick up the negative print. So if you didn't have a jelly plate and you were just, you know, using paint through the stencil, you know, that's what you would see. I kind of like how it's like super bright white there. It would have been better if this was right here though, wouldn't it? That would have been cool. And then this was our alien bridge that we picked up. So I would cut that out or add black around it, because I find you kind of lose the illusion when you see everything around it. So I'm just going to cut that off. And this would make a cool, like, maybe cover, because it's a nice thick weight, like maybe for like a junk journal. You could even leave that bottom part like that. You could fold it. Could be a cover. And then here's another one. This one was not as effective because there's just a lot of busyness going around, right? But you could, as Dee Dee was showing today, you could cut out ATC sizes, right? Like if you use your little viewfinder, you can find an area that you find interesting. And you could start a little world with that, or you can make an ATC. So once you like block out some of the other busyness, I find that maybe there's something you might like in there. So, you know, it's usually you can find a way to use your different pieces. All right, this was another, where's my white paper? Where's my white paper? I don't have my white paper. This one was another pickup one we did. We kind of alternated the way we put the stencil on there. And then this is another sort of alien bridge. Again, I would cut that. Yes, Dee Dee, you've got, I love your idea of the viewfinders. I think it's very, very fun. And then you can use these leftover strips in collage. So a lot of us are working in that forest book. So I would definitely keep these strips that I'm cutting off. I could use them in that forest book. And this one I'm going to cut down all the way. You could do this with scrapbook paper. You could do this with your own painty papers. So there's our fractal bridge to another world, our portal. And then we have the dragonfly alien bridge. Maybe it's our alien mothership. And then we have this one. I think this is my favorite one today. This is our city. And we added some pan pastels in there. We picked it up with the dreamy yellow. We used a white. Often we don't think of white as our first layer. So I think that's kind of, I like that. I think that's a fun print. All right, let's see how this one turned out. So again, these are the different bridge stencils. There's this one. There's that one. And I don't know where the other one went. It's somewhere. And if you want to look at getting them, they come in 3 different sizes and they're individually available. So that's style 1, which is we're going to pull in a second. That's style 2, which is our alien bridge. And it's not really an alien bridge, but we just call it that. And style 3, which is more like the city view. All right, let's pull this puppy and see what it looks like. So we didn't get all the gold lines, but we did get some of them. So I'm not mad at that. We can definitely add to this one. So there's this one. So this is very subtle. Like the bridge is subtle. This background stencil is also a PM Artist Studio stencil, and I don't remember the name of it, and I lost my piece of paper. So I wish it was darker, but you know what? There's always more paper and there's always more paint. We can definitely do that. And there's still some goodies left on here that you could pick up. Subtle shimmer, yes. Thanks, Colleen. Let me just move this over here and just pull out these ones here. So those are the three main like final prints we did, but we had a lot of, oh, excuse me, we had a lot of usable interim prints, I think. And I'll just grab out. So if you want to find these stencils, you just go to PM Artist Studio's website. And thanks to Dee Dee for, for getting them and for showing them. I really appreciate the support, and anyone that decides they want to get my stencils, I really appreciate it. Don't feel obligated, obviously. Just if it's something you think you're going to use, then I'd love for you to share your creations with me. Give me a tag on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Let's see. Debbie says the one with the star reminds her of the light coming into the end of an ancient Egyptian tomb. Ooh, cool. I like that interpretation. Thanks, Judah. I don't think I saw you come in. Welcome. Let's see. What else? Persian lattice. You're right. Yes, that was that eye one. This eye stencil is Persian lattice. And Shelley thinks this one also looks like a cat. Like, is that his eye there? Maybe it's an alien cat. He's got like two eyes. We could draw two little eyeballs. Apple says she likes the city one too. Reminds her of the gouache Indian ink wash technique. I'm not familiar with that technique, but I'm pretty happy with this. I really like that one. Cat, of course, Cat and Paste can see the cat. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you, Tutu. Yeah, so I think a cat peering over a dragonfly. Oh, okay, so the dragonfly is coming down and you have a cat coming over it. That's cool. Tutu wants to know about the forest book. Okay, this is the forest book. So Dee Dee Willingham started us on this forest trail, where the idea is to just do collage by just adding collage, like not adding any paint, like not doing mixed media collage, just doing collage. So I've done just a few pages. I was on Kathy Berg and Colleen's stream this past week. This one's in progress. This one, I need a dragon to go there. And if you go to Colleen's Facebook group, CK Art, you'll see what other people have done with it. Check out their YouTube channel if Dar wants to put that in chat. So it's just a lot of fun. It's quick. I just kind of went all over what image I had, where I thought it went. So here I put a jelly print. On this one, that's where, like I was saying, you can use strips. So here, this was like a strip. So maybe on a page, I'll put like a strip somewhere. And also check out PM Artist Studio Facebook groups called Makers of Mixed Media. And there you'll see a lot of, oh, that's a page I want to do. You'll see a lot of challenges to do, to participate in. They're not like contests, they're just fun activities. You'll see a lot of people, what they do with the different stencils they sell, and it's just a fun place to share. So Dar put in the link for Colleen's Facebook group. Hello, Eleni. You missed the printing, but you'll watch the replay. Please do. And for those watching the replay, I really appreciate it. It's fun having people here. I love having people watch the replays as well. Is there any other questions or comments? Thank you, Dar. Dar put in the link for that forest book. And I'm in Canada, and I got it on Canadian Amazon, and it was not terribly expensive when I bought it. So that was nice. Thank you, Shelley. So I'll probably post some of these prints onto my Instagram, maybe my Facebook. I don't know if I did this bridge justice. If you check out PM Artist Studios, their New Year's Eve streamathon, Patricia did a lot of really wonderful prints using this stencil here, the Style 1. So this one is a little maybe underwhelming. So if you want to see some other ideas of what to do with it, check out what she did. It was pretty cool. So I think we're going to call it a day, and thank you very much for coming. And like I said, I'm going to do a video for the Gelprint January challenge that I was working on last week. I'll do a video with some more of the prompts, and I'll try to release it this weekend. And then next week I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll work on some more of these. We'll just see how it goes. I think this was pretty cool. I like that. So even if you don't have a jelly plate, you can do something like this, right? You just pounce in the stencil. All right. Well, thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate your time and attention. There's so many awesome creators out there to watch, and I really, really appreciate that you chose to spend your time with me. So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys all next Wednesday, 2:30 Eastern. And hopefully I'll have that video out this weekend for y'all. And okay, bye. See you around.